everybody, and welcome back to the stream. I'm Abby Hackmub, and welcome to the Hack Recklessly channel. Tonight we are back with our Playthings of the Gods, Season 2, Episode 12. I'm super excited to get back into things. We've been off and on for the last couple weeks, or the last couple months, kinda, just because of holidays and all of that. But we're back, and we should be back for the foreseeable future, as long as everything's going great. So let's go around and have everyone say who they're playing tonight, and who they are. Since we don't have a Savvy tonight, we're going to start with Val.
Oh boy, it's me first. Hi everyone, I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown, lurking around the internet places. I'm over on GGK most days, Thursdays through Mondays, and tonight I will be playing Arrow, who is a monkbarian, Babara monk. I'll figure it out.
Both of those. Hi, I'm Tanya at Tanya Rolling Places. But tonight I'm Moxie, a tiefling bard.
Oh, that's my turn. Hi, I'm Rachel. You can find me on Twitch at Rachel's, where I haven't been streaming recently because I've been playing D&D on the internet with my friends 3 times a week. My streaming schedule is posted at Rachel's Mess with the Z in the middle instead of an S on Twitter. And tonight I am playing Talon, the Beastmaster Ranger Elf.
And then I'm Alex. I'm OMG. It's some guy on the internet, mostly over on GGK Tuesdays and Thursdays, and here for the shenanigans on Sundays. For the said shenanigans, I am playing Colchis, who is a Minotaur Paladin, Oath of the Ancients.
And I'm LB Hackmup. I'm going to be your dungeon mistress for this evening. And a little update for the channel. We are going to be starting a Patreon next month. Lauren and I are going to sit down and watch movies together, which we love to do. We miss doing it, and everything is content. But if you want to support us there, I'll let you know when it's live. I just want to make sure everything is right before I get it in. But that's something to look out for. Tonight we're going to get back into this game, though, so we'll let Rachel take her drink before she does the recap for the evening. Take it away.
Hi. Previously on Playthings of the Gods, the God Squad had figured out what they needed to complete the ritual to contact Mystra: a silver dish filled with holy water, lapis ink, and they would need to conduct the ritual on the material plane. They would also need to offer Mystra a secret or story to expand her knowledge. And oh, did I mention that it would be very dangerous? Arrow said their goodbyes to everybody at the Padishah's palace and grabbed a silver bowl on their way out. That's not stealing. A ritual item checked off the list. They discussed the next steps with Jenna, who agreed that if the best way to go forward was to gather intel on what they were going to get into on the next leg of their journey, was to go back to the material plane, then that's what they'd have to do. They'd spend the night and the in-between, try to contact their gods, and unless one of them said, absolutely do not do this, you stupid mortal, then they would have their next destination. Colchis could handle the holy water, so next, and probably the most difficult ingredient, was to be getting the lapis ink, unless you were Elhena and could summon a friendly fey creature named Jebri, who went back into the Feywild in search of someone who deals in those things. That evening, Moxie and Talon decided to attempt to commune with their gods. Moxie wrote a poem for Pop-Up and then visited him in the void. And ever a solitary creature, Pop-Up seemed surprised by the visit. He told her to keep getting stronger and focus on the mission ahead. Moxie came back to herself a little bummed that Pop-Up wasn't very enthused to see her. Talon visited the Blood Queen and asked her about the ritual with Mystra. And Tifa told her to tread carefully. The Blood Queen also gently reminded Talon that she hadn't received any soul tributes recently and that she should remedy that without resorting to random murders. And that when she found Jacob, to make a circle with her fingers and punch him in the shoulder 3 times for her. Apparently it was like an inside joke that he would understand. Meanwhile, Colchis tried to contact Lyra, but got an out-of-the-office message in return. In their dreams, Elhena was running through a field of golden reed, sunset, warm wind smelling of lavender. On the beach, they find Valrhea laying in the sun. She doesn't know Mystra personally, but her dad does. Valrhea doesn't know where Jacob is, but can visit him sometimes in his dreams, and he's mostly happy, dreaming of fire dancers, and maybe under some kind of a spell. Valrhea pondered that if the demi-plane they created during their battle before she ascended, and where Jacob and Haji might be, is what's upsetting Mystra. The next day, Elhena resummoned Jebri, and he'd brought a friend, an Eladrin named Coriander. A couple of the God Squad noticed that as Coriander appeared, Quaddison dropped like a rock and slunk away to hide. Deciding to deal with that later, they struck a deal with Coriander. They would conscript themselves to her service for a future quest as payment for the lapis ink. After some minor negotiating, an agreement was reached, and they all signed. Moxie talked to Quattison about their reaction earlier when Coriander showed up, and apparently Coriander is their ex. Then she apologized in true Moxie fashion with music, which apparently worked because they changed into their more temperate autumn form and joined her. And when we last left our adventurers, we were going back to the material plane to do a super dangerous ritual, which honestly sounds about right for the squad.
Thank you very much for that and reminding me of all the nonsense we get up to in this game. I love it so much. I forgot about Jebri. Okay.
Don't ever forget about Jebri.
Yeah.
We'll probably call upon him again.
Oh, oops, hold on. Y'all got swapped. Or I didn't have it in the right spot. There we go.
No, send me your character sheet. I'll play Moxie.
Yeah!
Did I disappear for a minute, or was that everybody?
No,
just
it
you.
was... I had to swap.
you
I had
turned
to
off
swap
and back
them.
on
Yeah.
for a bit.
Okay. Everything should be good now. Yep. Okay. So we're gonna get back into things. You guys want to go back to the material plane. Bartholomew is going to basically put a pin in this location and keep a tether so that you can kind of like slingshot back to this spot as long as you don't go too far in the material plane. Yeah, do you guys have a place that you want to be specifically? It'd probably be the easiest to go back to Port Pondon or someplace like a big hub that they know where to go.
Yeah, probably Port Pondon, and then if we decide we can take our ritual outside of the, is it city limits or theme park limits? What is Port Pondon?
What does Disney
classified as?
own?
I mean, basically everything. It's
Let's
just their
just summon our god in the middle of the theme park. That
Yeah.
sounds
That
really
would be an
good.
attraction.
Yeah,
Sell
sell
tickets,
tickets.
make some money.
Okay. You definitely can do that. You're not summoning her, you're kind of just communing with her. But she is very powerful and also not your god, so that's why you kind of need all this stuff. So you guys get the go-ahead that you can go back to the material plane. Everyone starts setting up the ship. For that, I'm gonna pull up so I don't miss anybody, but everyone's kind of just along for the ride at this point. I think that maybe Quattison has a question about are you guys sleeping first, or are you going back in the morning?
Probably.
I
Okay.
think we should sleep.
Okay. All right. So who's gonna let everyone know what's going on? Who's gonna talk to whom?
Our
Like,
most charismatic friend. And it's not me.
While Talon whispers in Moxie's ear what to say,
Yeah.
or the gist of what's going on. Moxie's
So you're gonna
thinking about
talk to
rainbows and
Jenna?
stuff. Yeah, and then before we do that, so Moxie wants to talk to everybody. Like, do we want to ask for a room or something in this building? Or do we want to do it out in a field? Where do we want to do this at?
I think once we get back, we should probably find somewhere non-populated. I would feel bad about doing this in the middle of someone's, like inn.
Right. Though perhaps we should see if the Pondons have some kind of facility for containing magic.
Do they have a ritual room?
Yeah, something like that, where they are
Please, goals.
prepared to cast magics that have a chance of going awry.
Did Jenna know our plan at all?
I think we gave her like the gist that
yeah.
we might need to go back to the material plane to like do some ritual
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
to figure out
Well-
the next leg of our journey.
Then I'll go talk to Jenna.
Okay.
Be like, oh, Jenna, darling.
Yes,
we're ready to
Moxie, is
fill
there
you in."
something wrong?
No, everything's great.
Oh,
So
good.
we're gonna do a ritual to contact Mistra once we're on the material plane. And we're just wondering if there was some sort of great spot to do a ritual, perhaps.
Well, probably someplace where you can see most of the sky. We could. Do you want to do it away from us, or just populated areas in general? Because we could take the ship out. We could land the ship out in the water, so that there's no one around.
I think that's a great idea. If we could go in the water just in case this turns into something more than we think it will.
All right. So I'll probably put this about 50 miles outside of Port Pandan in the trackless sea.
Can we talk to everybody or just make sure everybody's okay with being on the ship when we do it, or do we want them to get off first?
I will talk to them and see what they want to do. I think everyone's excited to keep moving forward.
Okay. As long as they're all comfortable with it, I think we'll be good with that.
All right.
Out in the ocean's a great idea.
Yeah, you have the full sky above you, no blocking towers or mountains.
Yeah, well, that was a lot easier than I thought. Thanks.
But, well, communication is important. All right. Go back to the group. Let them know that they're cool with it.
Yeah, like you guys, the ocean. Jenna's so smart. We're going to do it on the ship in the middle of the ocean. She's going to check with everybody, make sure they're cool with it. But we good? We like that? Unless the ship explodes, but we can figure it out.
As someone that has literally no idea what to expect, that sounds great to me.
I mean, I think if the ship explodes, I would also explode. So
But if
I
the
guess
ship
I have no problem.
Yeah, if the ship explodes and we don't explode, Alhena can cast water breathing on us all.
That's true. And I
I'm
don't
a
think
decent
it'll
swimmer.
explode.
But not as good of a swimmer as Arrow.
I'm just planning worst case scenario here. Yeah.
I
we'll
hope
get
it
over
doesn't come to that, but
It shouldn't.
But better to
Unless
be
Mistra
prepared.
conjures a sea monster at us. Well, we'll figure it out.
what could go wrong?
Yeah, we'll be
So
fine.
many things.
We're still alive, so far.
With very little planning. So I'm
Things
proud of
just
us.
kind of happen to work out for you guys, I think.
It's almost like it's divine intervention that's kept us alive this far. Thanks, God.
Got you.
We are an adaptable bunch.
That's true. All right. You guys are going to rest for the evening. And then the next morning, you're still in this mist that is sort of on the way between the planes. But everyone's kind of getting everything ready, batten down the hatches, pulling the tarps. There's ropes going everywhere. And I think, there's no problem. Bartholomew is going to put the pin in. I think at this point Sue's gonna check on all you guys to just kind of see how you're doing as far as like physically, like if there's any problems. So she'll call you guys down into the into her little space below the ship on the third deck, the third whatever hull, the hull. She'll kind of line you guys up, and of course, me is shambling around in the background, the zombie assistant, and she stands up on a stool, so she's kind of at face height for all of you. And how are you all doing these days? I haven't seen you in a long time, and I wanted to make sure that you're still feeling well.
We should really visit you more. Thanks for asking. We feel great.
Yes, no new problems? Scabs? Do you feel like you have scurvy?
I don't have scurvy. I don't know about no one's complained about scurvy symptoms if I knew what those were.
Do not think I can get scurvy anymore.
Really?
Still have all my teeth, so.
Why can you not get scurvy?
Oh, it is suppose a divine blessing from serving my goddess so devoutly, but I haven't really thought about how it, manifests physically. Um, but
Fascinating.
I'm unlikely to catch any diseases. Or, I don't know if catch is the right verb. Develop?
Can we test it?
I suppose maybe? I hesitate to think how you would be able to test that.
I have many vials and samples of different diseases on the ship.
Maybe when we'll talk later about this.
As you wish. Please, do not hesitate to come to me with any problems or ailments. She kind of,
I don't want-
like, blinkless smiles at you.
Cool. Are we dismissed? Is there
Yes.
anything else you need? Okay.
You may go now. You guys make your way out of the infirmary.
Quickly.
I think I'm gonna donate my body to Sue Science when I die.
It's a
Mhm.
noble
If I
cause.
die, will you guys make sure that I get to sue for whatever?
Yeah, sign
Whatever,
me up
man.
for that.
For whatever. I do not wait, what was the DNR? Do not resurrect. Was that it? Was that it, Val? Do
Yeah,
not
that's
resurrect.
what I said. Yeah, do not resurrect.
Do not resurrect. Yeah, DNR though. Do not resurrect, but can study my dead body.
That's awesome. I was just gonna look up because I have character sheets for all of the NPCs on there, and I did some really weird shit with some of them. So I was just gonna look to see what hers was. But you guys are ready to go to the mainland or to the material plane?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. The ship, the wheels begin to turn, the magic starts to ignite, and the portal before you opens into the fog. You can kind of see it glow in the fog. It's a little disconcerting because you should feel like you should see more for like further away in this fog, but it's definitely pretty tight to the ship. But your ship goes through and you find yourselves in relative darkness. There is a moon in the sky. It is half full at this point. And you're kind of just in the middle of nothing over water. All you can see is the ocean around you. You guys get that sort of a little bit of a relief for those of you who grew up on the material plane. It's like a little bit of a weight lifted off. And you can feel the like sort of bubble protecting the ship go down a little bit as the fresh air rushes back in, and you kind of smell the salt water. You can feel the salt hitting your face, the little specks of water, as opposed to being submerged completely in a bubble. It's a lovely night. It's a little windy, but not too bad. You have the sky above you, and I think most of the people are going to once they finish doing what they're doing with the with getting the ship prepared for just being here for a bit. Most of them are going to go downstairs. Promise is going to wish you guys good luck, and Argyl's asks you, Talon, if you'd like him to stay for anything, or
You can stay if you want to, but having my friends watch me die once was weird enough. So if it happens again, I would feel bad putting you in that situation.
there's a concerned look on his face. He gives a nod. He's gonna go stand at the top of the stairs sort of thing, probably take out a book or something and just kind of be leaning in the opening to the downstairs area. Jenna will stay up with you, and then I think maybe maybe Sue will head up there too. You kind of, again, you never really see her enter a room or exit. She's just kind of there. I think one of you kind of feel the breath of me on your neck. And there's just like a breathing zombie, and Sue is kind of on the ground towards you. Yeah. You guys are ready to light this candle?
Oh boy, are we.
Yeah, I think we create like a little ritual space, you know, like
Yep.
set everything out
Okay.
and figure out how to do the spell commune.
All right. So you have your ink, the lapis ink, the silver dish, with holy. You're gonna bless the water.
Yes, so I have spent the 25 gold for the ceremony spell to
Perfect.
bless some water.
All right. All right. I think Sue is going to make a motion, like clap her hands, and does this, and she starts to cast a spell. And you, I don't know if you'd recognize this, Culcus, but it's she's doing it in halfling, and it seems to be some sort of bless. And as she does it, she finishes the spell, and like a black sort of ichor drips off of her hands in this like sense of magic as she throws her hands forward, and you guys get Beacon of Hope, which is a 3rd level spell. Bestows hope and vitality. Choose any number of creatures within range for the duration, which is up to a minute. Each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws, death saving throws, and regains the minimum number of hit points per so that doesn't matter. But so you guys get advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saves, just in case.
Thanks, Sue.
She nods her head.
Before she starts this, and again, because Savvy's not here, we'll just go over this. We've already done this once, but you know, like again, it's just like the unspoken thing that Root will be hers if, you know, anything happens to Talon. Cause what druid doesn't want a pet?
Exactly. Root is a little concerned about what's going on. I think you get that like, you good, Ma?
You know, nothing they haven't seen before.
All right. So you know, going into this spell, you get to ask your questions before the spell ends. Let's see. You ask up to 3 questions. Can be answered with a yes or no. And that, or an unclear if they don't know the answer. Okay. I can answer in a short answer as well, so that's the only thing. I just want to make sure before
I think we would go over like what questions like specifically we are going to, like, she's going to ask if Mistra deigns to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
So what specific 3 questions would you guys like me to ask as this works?
Does she want us to find Jacob Pendant?
It's like how like what's the best way to avoid conflict with her? Like how can we avoid pissing you off? But still do our job.
Mm-hmm. And then
Like what is she worried that we're gonna do? I guess might be another. But yeah.
yeah, that or like should we like something about the demi-plane and like should we try and close it or is it the demi-plane that's upsetting her? But maybe Val's wording of it was better encompassing.
Yeah. More general. Just like what's What's grinding your gears right now?
In relation to us? Is like Mister gonna be like a genie, or unless it's very, very specific, she's gonna like, oh, I have a splinter and it's making me mad right now. Next question.
So maybe I'll ask the first two. Like, maybe I'll start with how can we complete our quest for the gods without invoking your wrath, and then see
That's amazing.
where that leads us, and then maybe do you want us to find Jacob Pandan, and then is the demi-plane being is the existence of the demi-plane what is upsetting you? Maybe I'm writing these down because otherwise I'm gonna forget in the moment while we're RPing.
That's good. That's good. I have a different question. Do you guys have I'm assuming Jenna has an immediate exit strategy, so if things start to go bad, they're gonna get the fuck out of here real fast. Like,
sure.
Like Bartholomew is on the ready button if in case you guys need to. So just so we don't need to prep that.
The only other thing I can think of is like if we can try asking her, like, because Alhena in their vision quest had like the ick around Jacob as well, and so trying to find out what that is.
Like what is
what would be the danger in going to where Jacob is?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me move this one to the front. Copy. That's first. And then we'll figure out from there. I mean, maybe she'll be like, hey, thanks for reaching out. Let's have a great chat. If I roll high enough.
Oh, I should give you bardic inspiration.
That's a good idea.
Moxie's like, Talon, we're just gonna relax for a minute. You got this. And Moxie just plays a little calming, like happy tune on her pan flute, just so we can all have a moment to relax.
Imagine us like in a like little group, like
Yeah.
Deep breath. It's a D8.
Yep.
Need a purple one because it's Moxie.
And Moxie's gonna keep her pan flute out just in case she needs to play again. Maybe to give more bardic inspiration or whatever we need to do.
Okay.
And before the casting, I can cast Bless, which would help for saving throws, not for any ability checks, but maybe there's going to be some kind of bad feedback or something. And so a little bit of help on the saving throws would be good. So I will give that to... Actually, can I do it at a higher level? Yes. So I guess this is slightly metagamey, LB. Do I need to worry about casting this on Alhena or not?
Casting what?
Bless.
No.
Because at first level, it's 3 targets. At second level, I can get the 4 of us who are here.
Yeah. Well, you guys already got blessed. Well, not
We
blessed,
got Beacon of Hope.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and so just trying to stack effects. Yeah. Okay, so I will do that at second level and get the 4 of us. And then everyone should stay within 10 feet of me, so you get my aura saves as well.
Okie dokie. All right, so
nervous.
Since this is not a spell that you know, we're gonna kind of fudge it a little bit here. But you're gonna be casting this as like a spell scroll, which you're gonna need. It's a 5th level spell, so you're gonna need to roll. Is it a 15, or is it 13? Is it plus 8 plus, or is it 10 plus? You guys remember?
Most DCs I think start at 8 plus.
It's 8 plus your proficiency plus your
Spell casting.
your casting modifier.
That's the to cast a spell scroll.
Oh, for the DC. Sorry, I thought you were talking about what your spell DC was.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Hold on, let me just look it up. I'm the DM, I can just make it up. But I would like to know. Okay, it's a 5th level. This DC is 17.
What can any of us do to help?
It's gonna be a wisdom.
Well, I've got advantage and bardic inspiration. Wisdom's +4.
You'll be good.
We'll be okay, I think.
It's gonna be great.
Don't fail me. This is very important. Do you hear me, little pink die? Okay.
All right.
We had our pep talk.
Talon starts speaking the words.
Oh, am I asking the question?
Yeah, yes. You need to make the roll to cast the spell.
Got it. Okay. I didn't know if you wanted me to actually speak words, and I was like, oh, okay.
No, that was me. You start casting the spell.
I got it.
Please cast the spell.
Okay. So it's, what was the DC?
17.
Okay. So it's plus my wisdom saving throw. Plus the bardic inspiration.
Did you roll at advantage?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I needed it.
Okay.
The first one was a 4. The second one was a 15 plus my +4. So we're at 19 plus bardic inspiration.
Oh, hold your bardic inspiration because you make the DC.
Okay.
So you can use that later. Yeah. So what does this look like from your eyes? You're using the lapis, so that's kind of what you use to draw the circle to commune. You've got the blessed bowl in front of you, the holy water. But what does it look like when you're casting this?
I imagine Talon probably like sat, because anytime, she usually meditates like in nature or talks to the Blood Queen, she usually likes to like sit in a comfortable position. She probably does that leaning over the bowl slightly, like hands on either side, like doing, probably holding because we had to like write it, like the spell on paper, right? So she's probably like holding that in one hand on either side of the bowl, and is probably just, I don't know. Probably like as this is happening, she probably like started off in a comfortable position and starts like leaning closer and closer, like over the bowl, like as she's trying to contact a god that isn't hers.
You feel a little bit of a pull from your wrist as the knife is vibrating a little bit. But as you look into this bowl, you're speaking this incantation, and the ship is moving. People are moving on the deck. The water bowl has a little bit of ripple to it as you're like looking down into it and getting in this trance. And as it sort of evens out, you see a very pale-skinned, like the top quarter of a face, and you see a darkly lined eye that is like a dark brown, sort of looking back at you. There's a little bit of an eyebrow raise.
Can we see this?
Nope.
It's just Talon. Okay.
Just Talon leaning over a bowl of holy water, clutching this scroll.
Would we be able to hear anything, or is it just Talon reports back to us?
We'll find out.
Okay.
So just to make sure, I have established a connection.
Yes, you have established a connection.
Okay. She will say, Goddess Mistra, how can we complete our quest for the other gods without invoking your wrath?
It's not a yes or no question.
Oh,
but...
sorry.
No, it's okay.
Can we complete our quest for the gods without invoking your wrath?
You see her, like, she's looking at you, and then you see her kind of like look around. Like, she seems like she's looking at where you are, And as she does, her eyes kind of land on Moxie. And her answer is, you kind of feel it in your chest, Talon, but the rest of you hear this sort of like almost like a gong, like emanating out from this. She says, perhaps it is unlikely. She like looks around to the rest of you on the ship, and you guys can kind of see in this bowl this eye making contact with each of you. It's a little disconcerting. She seems to be looking into you, and she says, you have not the strength.
Is the existence of the demiplane where Jacob Pandan and possibly Haji are the problem?
There's another moment where there's a pause. And she looks straight at you, Talon, and says, the plane must remain sealed.
Oh no, a third question. If we can get in and out of the demiplane, leaving it sealed behind us, will you let us complete our task?
Another long pause. And she looks, her eye goes towards you again, Moxie, and she says, you must not let him take it from you. Do not enter the plane. And you see, like, the water starts to shake a little bit, and as, like, this sort of, the spell is ending, as you have asked the questions, but she is attempting to hold it open a little bit, and the ship starts to like shake a little bit from the amount of power that's kind of going on here, and she says, as this in this again booming voice, she says, he must not be freed. Do not let him take it from you. The plane must remain sealed. Do not disappoint me. And then the shaking and the booming kind of stops as everything calms down a little bit.
Why did she look at me? Why did she look at me?
Does Mistra have an antagonistic relationship with your Pop Pop?
I don't know. We're going to need to do Talon's favorite thing and hit up a library, I think, because I have no idea.
Well, I'm not dead.
That's good.
And I'm not covered in blood. So all in all, for rituals, I feel like we're 2 for 2.
If anything, it felt a bit anticlimactic.
Rude.
I feel
Still
like we hyped
scary.
it up a lot. Like one explosion.
The ship cracks in half, as you know.
Perfect.
No.
Why'd you say that?
Jenna kind of like walks up and she's like, that was pretty intense though. I mean, like, for me, as someone who does not talk to gods often. So she said the plane, right? Jacob's not on the plane. He's not on the demi-plane. Well, at least I don't think so. He was looking for Haji, who was in the demi-plane. So perhaps that is the problem. And not finding Jacob.
So maybe we find Jacob, see what he knows about where Haji is, since he's been searching for so long. and then see if that's going to be the issue given the new information, i.e., something being taken from Moxie, apparently.
What is there anything special about you, Moxie? I mean, not.
Well, there's a
I mean,
lot
not
special about
but,
Moxie.
you know.
I didn't want to have to say it, so thank you. But it might be my dark mark that I got from Pop Pop. I don't know if that's what they mean. That seemed pretty important for me to have, but I wouldn't let anybody take it. Or I guess I wouldn't know how.
Don't know enough about your pop pop.
Oh, you don't know? My Pop Pop is Asmodeus.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. That's cool, I guess. I didn't know that. Is he a demon or a devil?
A devil, I think. I mean, he kind of is the ruler of all the hells, I'm pretty sure. Again, Talon, I gotta be more like Talon and read more books. But he's pretty hardcore from what I can tell.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. They're pretty busy with their war, though, so I'm surprised he popped up here to do the nasty. But
The
I guess
devils and demons war.
yeah. But that's pretty cool. So awesome.
Yeah.
So where are we going now?
Do we just keep following the compass
Well,
or the mechanism?
it's either that or we try and do some research on some of Mistra's responses. How could we get into and out of a demi-plane and seal it behind us?
Well, I guess that would make more. That would be more about like how the ship works. I guess I don't really. I would assume that it kind of creates, like the bubble kind of creates like a little one-time doorway, right? Like when you're going in and out of a plane, essentially, and it just automatically seals behind you. Would that be different for a demi-plane if we were to take the ship into a demi-plane rather than like a major plane?
I don't think it would matter. Like us going into the plane at all will upset her.
I mean, she
Sealed or not.
told us do not enter the plane.
She
Yeah.
told her not to enter the plane.
Oh, me?
Was I the only one who got that?
No, yeah, specifically Moxie shouldn't enter that plane.
Oh. So
But I don't know why. But maybe if we find Jacob, Jacob will know more about why or what reason Moxie might not be able to enter the plane, but the rest of us could.
Do I need to hang out at the circus while you guys get Haji? Or I don't know. I guess we'll need to find Jacob and figure that out.
Also sounds like maybe she doesn't want Haji to leave unless there's someone else in the demi-plane.
He must not be freed. Was she looking at me the whole time she said, he must not be freed, he must not take it from you? Was that all directed towards me, or I just the not entering the plane part?
Pretty much all of it at the end there.
What the fuck? Okay. Mistra isn't cool with me for some reason.
Okay. So I vote we still go find Jacob and see what he knows about maybe the demi-plane. Because that's the start of the mission anyway, right? Was finding Jacob. And I feel like we're not getting the answers that we need for the rest of this journey without him. So my vote is continue on the journey to find Jacob, which doesn't seem to be the problem for Mistra.
Correct.
Because Mistra doesn't have a problem with anything, it seems like, except for maybe the demi-plane and whatever we're not supposed to let out of it and whatever is not supposed to be taken from Moxie in it. Right? I got that.
Yeah.
That's everybody. Okay.
Right.
Everybody else got that the same way?
Yes, but if it is, the original mission was to find Jacob, Mistra told us that it is a maybe that we would be able to finish the mission without invoking her wrath. So I don't think it's going to be as simple as just getting Jacob and bringing him back here.
Doubtful.
Your whole mission is to get all of them and bring them back to.
Yeah. So the Haji portion, I think my Talon brain says finding Jacob, okay. Finding Haji, Mistra mad.
Yeah. But still needs to happen for all of our gods. We
Yes.
also
But maybe Jacob has a way that we can get in and out mostly undetected.
So if we did research for you, mistress, would I be able to find anything out about Asmodeus and Mistra if we went to a library? Or is it relevant enough? You know what I mean?
It kind of depends on what you're looking for. If like every god has a pretty they're either cool with the other god, they're neutral, or they're not cool with another god. It's not like secret knowledge that like who is what. Mistra's whole thing is that she is upset with like imbalance and upsetting the weave and like the balance of the universe. So Asmodeus is a demon of hell, a devil of hell. As far as you guys know, with your knowledge of religion in general, the devils pretty much just keep the hells and the abyss are at war. That's pretty much what they focus on a lot of the time.
So it'd be
they want power.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's any like there's nothing that you guys would know about that's like Mistra definitely hates Asmodeus for this one reason.
Okay. So I don't think we need to go to a library to do any research. I think we just need to keep going with the apparatus pointing us what direction we need to go. And then talking to Jacob. Then we'll find out if I need to why or why not I enter the plane with everybody or not.
That all makes sense to me based on, again, my limited understanding of all of this. But I'll be there to help keep everyone safe.
Okay, Jenna. I guess unless you guys want to stay here for a night.
Well, we did just wake up, even though it is nighttime here.
We could just continue back on our journey towards Jacob. As long as everybody else is cool with that. I mean, any messages people want to send while we're on the material plane?
That's what I was gonna ask, because Pepper gave us necklaces. Do we get those where we can do ascending spell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alhena can talk to their brother with the sending spell on the necklace.
And I want to send a message to Morty.
Okay. Someone has sending, I'm sure.
I don't. I thought that was what with the necklaces we could do that. I don't know why I don't have it.
That's the boss bitch ones?
Yeah.
That was for Alhena to contact her brother.
Oh,
who's still with the circus, so they could technically get a message to Morty as long as they're still with the circus.
Yeah. There's gotta be Moxie has to have some way to contact the circus, though.
Yeah, I'm sure someone has. One of the many people who are on this ship probably has a sending spell if you want to use that.
Okay, yeah, Moxie asked Jenna, like, if anybody has one.
Yeah. You could probably convince Bartholomew.
Barty. Sweet Barty. You just do me this one favor and send a spell for me. A sending spell.
Do I have to leave this room?
No. We can do it right here. No big deal. Do you want me to play you a song? Or how about, after you do it, I'll leave you alone for a full day, unless I absolutely have to talk to you.
You're speaking my language.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. And he will cast sending on you. Who would you like to send it to?
Morty, my special friend. Just say, back on the material plane for a moment. things are getting more complicated, but I'll contact you as soon as I can again. Don't expect to hear from me anytime soon. Miss you.
Miss you too. Circus is going well. No complaints. Port Pondon is lucrative. We'll stay here for a while.
Oh, they're there. Oh, man.
They're close to there. A circus outside of a theme park? Come on now.
Like, would I be able to get off the ship and go there within like a couple hours?
Well, you're like 50 miles outside of the port right now. But if you wanted, it would. I mean, you probably could get there in a certain amount of time. Let me.
No, I won't like derail our whole mission because of it. If it were like a quick on off, I would, but because Moxie's like kind of freaked out, and like I might die. Maybe I want to see Morty one last time. But I think we'll wait until we get Jacob and then figure it out from there. After then, we'll definitely want to come back.
I'm just wondering, since it's nighttime here, but Jenna was saying we did just wake up relative for us. Like, we could sail back to Port Pondon and do shore leave for a day or something and restock before heading back out. Now that we've done the ritual and there's no more danger for us to be near a populated area.
It's up to you guys. Like, I don't think Moxie really needs anything, and she would be pretty anxious to get on with it because since she is freaked out, she wants to find Jacob even more so now to figure out what's going on. But thank you. That's nice.
So I guess it would be a question of, are there material plane supplies that we want to get while we can, or are we fairly well stocked up from the water plane?
Yeah, you just left a palace, so y'all are pretty good as far as stuff goes.
Yeah, my vote is we just keep trucking along unless someone else wants to do anything. I'm happy now and pacified that I got to hear from Morty, though. And Barty, you're good? I'll talk to you hopefully not for a while.
In 24 hours or
yeah,
more.
Right.
Sets timer.
It sets timer. Go visit Barty after 24 hours. 23 hours and 59 minutes. 23 hours and 59 minutes, Barty. I'll see you then.
Oh, Lord. All right. You closed the door. He started to gear up everything again. You let everyone know that you're heading right out at this point. Okay.
Yep.
Unless
Anything
any
else?
of the crew very strongly wants to stop off for some time, but
No, everyone's super eager to keep going. Especially since like it's not because like technically like you guys just took like a sidestep out, but it does feel like you're going back because you're back where you started. So they're like, no, we just want to keep going. We're so close. It feels like we were so close. So yeah, the ship starts up again. You see the portal open in front of you, and the ship goes through. You're back in the mist. You guys start doing your daily routine, your chores, making breakfast, lunch, and dinner for everyone, and going about things. It doesn't take you long to get through the mist, and as you kind of you feel the weight of the water lifting as it's just the water in the air, and Jenna will let you know that you're about to enter the plane of air, basically. And as you guys kind of are brought up to the deck of the ship, you see the fog sort of break. And as it does, you can feel kind of a jolt in the ship as it breaches through. And you see in front of you sort of, you kind of come up and you see a vast ocean around you. And mostly it's behind you. I mean, it just goes on forever. And above you is just nothing but clouds and sky, and there's no sun, but all sunlight. It's gorgeous. And Bartholomew will let Jenna know, who'll let you guys know that the tracker is sort of keeping you guys skimming on top of this for a bit. So it's it doesn't seem to be going to the plane of air. So you're kind of, she feels like you guys are close because this, like, you know, halfway in between planes doesn't last for that long before you're in one or the other. You can't just like skim on top of it forever, sort of thing. So she's tells you guys to be on your guard, because we might be getting there soon. All right.
It's scary. Yeah.
As you guys continue to fly this ship is not touching the water. It's still floating above it because it's not that kind of ship. You begin to see on the horizon some islands. Small little chains, like off in the distance. Sort of little places. There's an ice one that's kind of off that Argylls will like have spotted from above. And as you continue to keep going, the ship points directly towards, from your guys' perspective, a fairly large island ahead of you. And you can see beautiful palm trees. Beaches stretch along the whole thing. You're at a little bit of an above angle. You can see some buildings, some thatched roofs, and there's a lot of like sort of chairs out on the beach, and as you kind of skirt around it a little bit, Bartholomew continues to point the ship at this place, and as you're going around it, you see there are ships from like almost lining the whole thing. Boats are parked out like far around this whole island. There seems to be a lot of people or a lot of beings here. There's like, if anybody has any maritime anything, there are a lot of different kinds of ships. Some that you recognize, some that you don't, some that look really fucking old, but are still standing. There's like military ships, there's dinghies, there's a plethora of different, like, what you wouldn't know, but they're like boats with engines and stuff like that. And as Bartholomew kind of finds a place to park, you can see there's people on the beach, different types, different they're humanoids, different races, things that you recognize, things that you don't. And you see Jenna's kind of like talking to Argylls as he is looking through his peephole, and she says to him in Celestial, like, I don't know, like, that's really weird. Turns back to you guys and said, it looks like it's like a beach, like a vacation island sort of thing.
Not a bad place to hole up, I guess. But
Definitely a trap.
Yeah, it seems suspicious.
Well,
Given
all right.
the sheer number of people here, it seems like maybe this is a tourist destination, or they are all trapped, in which case we've got a big rescue operation.
Well, let's go in and be cautious, all right? Okay.
Captain.
Don't eat anything or drink anything until we deem whether or not this is safe. I know, Arrow, I'm looking at you.
But
I know, I'm so sorry, but until we know for sure whether or not this place is legit, we can't sample local flavors.
All right. Prepare yourselves. I'll get the dinghy out. She's gonna go down below deck. She seems really excited to see her uncle again. But I think that's a good place for us to take our break for the evening. Or you guys get your beach tire on. We maybe are having a beach episode. Who knows? It's gonna be fun. We'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes, so go to a place except for to grab a drink, a food, and a friend. Take your medication. Let's see you in a bit. Bye. back to the stream. Thank you for hanging out with us after the break. And thank you for the follow, Awaken. We are gonna head onto this island. Is there anything you guys would like to do while you're on the dinghy? I think that most of the people on the most people are gonna stay on the ship. I think Jenna's gonna go with you, and probably Argyl's.
Yes. Tropical drinks with Argyll.
Yes.
Here we come.
He's wearing a cutoff shirt. No. You guys start making your way on this. It's a dinghy. It floats like everything else, but they don't it's more like a motorboat. Like, I can't, they're not rowing in the air. So they're just, but as it lands to the shore, they lower it and make it so that you guys have a little bit of a walk in the water to till you get to the shore, or to the beach proper. White sands. The water is very comfortable. Are you guys frozen? Oh god, you were all standing so still. I was like, oh no! Sorry. I had to look. I left it for 4 seconds and I was like, oh god, everyone's frozen. Yeah, there are some people on the beach. You see some of them. There's a lot of people drinking, things out of a coconut. There's tiki little drinks. There's umbrellas galore. And again, lots of different types of humanoids. Everyone seems to be happy and having a good time on the beach. What would you guys like to do?
So the compass thing just pointed at these islands, right?
This
I don't
island
know.
specifically.
Okay. Do we know what Jacob looks like, right? Or is it just Jenna?
You have a general description of what he looks like.
Okay.
Very tall, very thin, but muscular. Dark hair, sort of a very, I don't want to say, it's a proud jawline, but a little bit pointy. He was a dashing looking fella.
So look for a hot guy on the beach. Got it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Moxie
Tall,
already
hot
has.
guy on the beach. We'll
Oh
be
no,
fine.
whatever will we do?
Oh no.
Oh no. What a tragedy. Go talk to every hot person. Got it.
I mean, there's a
Let me
bunch
just
just right
cast.
here.
How
Just
big is
do
this
ceremony again for some more anointing oil or something.
Rub it on there. The island is fairly large. I mean, it big enough to house all of the people on the boats that you've seen. I mean, I don't know the size of islands, but it seems fairly
we
large.
could walk
Yeah.
across it.
Yeah, but it's probably, you know what? It's probably as big as Mackinac.
Okay.
So you could walk the whole circuit in a day.
Okay.
Or if you're riding a bike, it takes you a couple hours, that sort of thing.
Do any of us have any background? Well, we don't know where he specifically would be.
Yep. Well, in terms of covering stuff more quickly, I could cast Find Steed, which I have yet to do this campaign. What would make sense to be something I could cast on a beach?
I mean, just like a horse, a
Yeah.
white stallion with black hair.
Yeah, so the forms it suggests are a warhorse, a pony, a camel, an elk, or a mastiff.
Well, I don't think you could ride a mastiff, so probably a warhorse.
Yeah, either the warhorse or the elk. Because I have flavored that Colchus's helmet has the antlers as well.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yep. So I think, because the stake's 10 minutes to cast after some discussion of if we're gonna stick together to try and find him, then fine, we'll just go with that. But if we are gonna split up, then Colchus will do a Find Steed.
Okay.
And so, what do we think?
Would we want to split up? I feel like that might be a bad idea since
I think that Talon's gonna weigh in here and say that that's probably a bad idea, but she
Mhm.
won't push if somebody's really like,
Yeah, I guess
adamant about
it's.
splitting up.
Could we
I-
have Root kind of do a
Yeah.
circle, I
Mhm.
guess?
I guess LB, could we do like an insight check to see the vibes? Like, how off put are we by there being apparently a tourist destination?
Can we roll for
on
a
the
vibe
border?
check?
Yeah.
Yeah,
vibe check,
go ahead and
please.
make a vibe check. Roll
Who
for
has
vibe
the
check.
best stat in vibe check?
I mean, I'm proficient
well-
in insight.
That's true. I was gonna say Arrow's probably too aloof. Talon's too critical. Moxie's just happy to be there. It's probably Calcus. Yeah, insight would be great.
Oh, D&D Beyond's virtual dice is taking forever to roll.
Slowly
like
moving
it is
across.
going in like
Crawling.
2 frames a second. But that is a total of 17.
Okay. The vibe here seems very chill. Like, feels like people are on vacation. Like, you see people talking to each other. There are some people that have, like, seen you and wave. Like, they're not ignoring you. They're very, happy. They're drinking. They're going swimming. It seems like a very pleasant place. It seems very happy.
Yeah.
Like, a bunch of people who are away from their children on vacation.
Yeah.
Or happy
Nope.
people without children.
No,
on
I'm just
vacation.
saying. There are no children here. I'm gonna just put that foot is down.
Hell yes, adult only vacations. Only place I'll go.
So maybe we don't fully split up, but we could do groups of 2 perhaps, and have Root circle above overhead so that if one group finds someone, Root can find get the other group and lead them to the person.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
do that. Let's not get out of eye line with each other as much as possible. Like, let's go up and down the beach for a little while and then meet back up.
Moxie and Arrow probably should not be a duo. So I feel like we'd get too distracted by stuff.
That's fair. That's fair.
Much as that'd be fun, actually, but
They go off their on their own
The
tangent
colorful
adventure.
squad.
What were we
Squad?
supposed to be doing again?
Oh,
I
sparkles.
know.
I don't know.
Moxie should be
Drinking
playing music.
contest.
Hey yo.
Oh, music.
Yeah.
Food carts. Just ADHD running around.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to split the party?
I guess so. With Root keeping a
Alright.
watchful
In a very
bloodhawk
limited
eye.
capacity. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. You guys start making. So who's with who then? Talon and Moxie.
I was gonna say, well, no, yeah, we can do that. That's
What were you
easy.
gonna say?
Yeah, because that way
No,
we do
I
have
was- I
a
was gonna say we should
charismatic
all
person with each
roll.
group.
Yeah, I was
Well,
gonna say
okay.
we could roll to see
There-
who ends up with who. For
There are
fun.
2 issues. We need a charismatic person in each group, and also if all these people on this beach turn into zombies, do we want to maybe have the 2 beefy folks split up?
So Culcus and
So it sounds like that would be Colchis and Talent. Well, no, but we said we didn't want that.
No, I
group.
don't think we can't do both. That's the problem. So
Wait, okay, all right. Let's just leave it to the gods. Okay,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
there are 4 of us.
Culcus and Alhena should not be together because they're both can go fast.
How about everybody roll a
Alhena's going with
D4?
Jenna.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. Alhena's going with Jenna. Should we just do evens and odds?
Sure.
You want to like roll a d6 and
Everyone
see what
roll a
happens?
d6. Tell me what you get.
All right.
Odds.
1.
Even.
I gotta wait for the virtual dice to do its thing. I don't know why it's taking a million years. I
Well,
know they
you're
had
probably
server
going to be
issues
with me.
earlier.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's a 6. Yeah, that's a 6.
Yep. Okay. So
All right.
The gods have
Alright.
spoken.
That's how it worked out.
All right. One of you, the 2, Talon and Moxie, you start heading left down the beach. Arrow and Culcus, you are heading right down the beach.
Root has his orders.
Yeah, Root is kind of flying between the 2 of you as you keep going. are you guys gonna talk to anybody, or are you just looking?
Moxie.
Oh wait, where
unfortunately,
did
is probably
who did
talking to
Argos go
everybody.
with?
Oh, hold on. With the odds.
Yeah, we got
All
Argos.
right.
Yeah.
Moxie's
kinda
like playing pan flute a little bit and like looking at people and like playing,
Yeah.
looking.
You guys can hear some music in the distance. It's very tropical, very beachy. Let's do Talon and
All Jack Johnson.
It's all Jack Johnson. You guys come across Talon and Moxie. You come across a little beach hut that is sort of like an open bar area. There is a Aarakocra behind it. He's got very vibrant feathering on him, very like orange eyes, and there's a couple people sitting at the bar, a couple of humans, and I can't think of anything else. Like a half elf.
Moxie, go ask them if they've seen this person, and holds up a picture of Jacob. I'm just kidding. A flyer with Jacob's face on it. Missing.
So Moxie strolls up to the bar, like, Talon, so I really can't order a drink? Like, can I just order a drink?
No, not until we assess I know everybody seems like they're on vacation, but let's just wait and we can relax when we've maybe found Jacob.
So Moxie strolls up to the bar with a gold
Mm-hmm.
and like kind of slaps it down to the I can't say that word.
Aarakocra.
Aarakocra. I can't say it. Like, hey, handsome, do you mind answering a couple of questions? Can I ask you something?
Of course. What's that?
Nothing. I'm sorry. I must have dropped it. Anyways, have you seen a tall, thin human with dark hair, very handsome by human standards?
There are a few of those here.
Oh, is there a place where they would congregate? Like, is there like a common area here, or how's this place work?
Well, you have many different buildings. Are you guys new?
Yeah.
Right. He pulls out a piece of paper that has a sort of a layout of the area. You can see the island as a whole. There is an inner, like there's a sort of a jungle-ish area that you walk through, and then you get to we'll call it a resort. On the inside, there's a bunch of different buildings. The main feature is there's like 7 different pools, and they're all connected by a lazy river that goes around. He says, well, I'd like to be the first to welcome you, if you like. I'm sure at some point you'll meet Spider Jean. He'll come around and tell you more about the place. He likes to meet new visitors. But can I get you a drink while we're here?
I'm good for right now, but thank you. Spider John, you said.
Yes, he's the curator of this land.
Okay. I think that'll do it then. Talon?
Talon is busy. Her eyes are kind of like glazed over because she's busy sending Root a mental message to swoop down and get the attention of Arrow and Colchis. So
All right.
they
Forgot
can
about Spider
deal with
John.
they can deal with that.
Yeah.
in their cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
A giant bird swooping down and being like, "Hi, excuse me, pay attention to me."
Hey. Yeah. So you guys, he's offers you a beverage or anything like that? Is there anything else he can do for you?
No, we're okay. I think is there a management office type building?
There's a lobby.
Okay, we'll make our way towards the lobby. You said through the
through the forest. You're gonna go over the lazy river, past the restaurant, and it'll be right on your left.
Perfect.
Past the
Thank you.
restaurant. Do you have a chef? Like, is there like a special like chef's table dinner or anything?
Well, we have 4 different restaurants, and then there's 6 bars. And of course, that's beyond the ones that are on the beach. There's a coffee shop. So it's kind of, there's a lot of different things depending on what you'd be wanting.
Is there a head chef for the resort?
For the resort, probably. I don't know. I don't work in that department.
Okay. We'll make our way to the lobby then and ask our. You've been very helpful. Thank you.
All right.
Just like pulling on like Moxie and Argyle's like we have a mission now and it's a little bit derailed from our normal mission.
Argyle's is like looking over at the drinks. He's like, all right.
Later.
You guys start making your way in towards the inner island. Arrow and Kulkus, you guys are making your way around the outside. Do you want to talk to anybody? There seems to be a lot of people just hanging out in chairs. There's a couple cabanas out this way.
Anybody that gets within speaking distance, Arrow goes, is your name Jacob? Is your name Jacob? Is your name Jacob?
It's a lot of no's.
Arrow, we should...
One person does say yes, but it's a plasmoid, and they're...
No, Jacob, or Arrow, we're just looking for a human.
No, I'm not
by the
Jacob.
name of
I'm
Jacob.
Arrow.
Yeah. But just the humans, just the men.
All right. I'll limit it then, specifically for human men, going up to every single one of them, asking, is your name Jacob? No matter what they look like.
That's fair. No one says yes. You find... Kulkus, do you want to be doing anything?
Eventually, I'll get it right.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't think any of my spells will be helpful for this, so just trying to keep an eye out for people matching the description, and occasionally just pulling Arrow back on track of like, no, you've been talking to that person for like a minute and they're not Jacob. Let's go.
So you guys, after a little while, you kind of hear a little caw, and Root lands on Kulkus's horn, and squawks. Not squawks, but whatever sound a hawk makes.
I can cast Speak with Animals so that we can communicate.
Okay, you cast Speak with Animals, and you hear, "Oh, this bloody place is fucking ridiculous. Hey, you hear me?"
Yes, yeah, this place is odd, but at least nothing's tried to kill us yet.
Right, well, Talon wanted me to let you know that there's something about the Spotty John guy, and that he's here.
Have Talon and Moxie and Argyle's found him yet, or
No, they're headed to the lobby.
the lobby? I guess it would make sense for there to be some kind of central building. Okay, can you point us in the direction, and then I guess go get Jenna and Alhena?
Alright, yeah. Why don't you just... Do you know cardinal directions? Like, if I'm facing you this way, can I tell you go north, go east, go north?
I've got a +2 in survival. I think popping out of the spell, just being like, Arrow, how good are you with the cardinal directions?
On which plane?
Yeah, I suppose that's...
Do you have super north on this plane?
I'm not from this plane. I don't know.
It just looks at the bird. Is looking at the bird to ask this question. Is there super north on this plane? Do you know? I know birds have a very
north on this plane?
have magnetic things that they can sense directions with. You would know if there was a super north.
There is a moment where he's just kind of doing that bird like stare at you thing. Pecks Kulkus to the top of Kulkus's head and is like, no, there's no fucking sun on this. Of course there's no super north on this planet. I'm talking about if I point you in a direction, that's north, and then I tell you how to get there from here, alright?
Okay, yes. Give us a concrete point and we can figure it out.
Alright, well, I'll make it even easier for you. You see that big old thing up in that tree that's fucking high? The highest one over there? We'll call that north. And then I'll direct you from there.
Sounds really agitated.
Just squawking.
Okay, going to the tree. We'll go treeward, and then
Right.
from the tree.
And then you're going to turn east, go for a little bit until you see another trail, and then you're going to turn back north, and you're going to head that way for the rest of it, alright?
Okay.
Right. Motherfucking two-legged, and it just like flies away.
All right. Well, it sounds like one group has been directed towards, I guess there's a lobby building here. So that may be where we can expect to find people, or more easily, find if Jacob's here, and if so, where.
Sure. I'll follow you because I didn't really understand what the bird was saying. So
Yeah, yeah. Even though I used magic, it was still a little tricky. But anyway, and starts heading towards the tree and trying to keep in mind, like, okay, even as we go away from the tree, that direction is still the direction to keep in mind.
Alright, cool.
maybe Talon's just not feeding him enough.
Please,
Well, I
Talon.
haven't asked.
You should bring it up with Talon, I think. Definitely.
Arrow decides that they will.
Right. Root flies off, goes to contact Alhena and Jenna. You guys start making your way through this, the outer rim of this, this is jungly, but it's kind of like curated jungle. Like, it's not like you're walking through, like, a thick forest. It's like, there's paths, there's well-worn paths. They're all still dirt, but they are flat. There's no, like, indentation of, like, footprints. It's clearly created. You're able to maneuver your way in past the tree line, and you see sort of a paradise, a jungle paradise. There are many thatched buildings. There are some like individual cabanas where people, well, cabanas, like those small houses where people can stay. There's like bigger buildings that have more rooms to them. There's quite a few large restaurants as you guys make your way in. There's a little cafe as well. But you guys find your way to the lobby. Alhena and Jenna are a little bit behind, but Talon and Moxie, you make your way. You find yourself in front of the lobby first. Do you want to wait or do you want to go in?
Well, we're going in.
All right. You enter the lobby, you see marble flooring. There's lots of fauna in this area. There's a large marble desk up front. There is a fairly tall Goliath that is sitting at the desk. The white eyes, pale skin. They have almost floral-looking tattoos on their body. And they just kind of see you walk in and stand to their full about 6'11", 7'3". They're really tall, and they put a big smile on their face, clap their hands together, and they say, "Welcome, newcomers to the island.
Hello.
How can I be of assistance?"
We're looking for talent, should I ask?
We're looking for someone we're assuming is we're looking for two people.
Okay,
Okay.
I can help.
First person might be a chef here.
Okay.
Second person, their name is Jacob Pondon.
Of course, yes. I can put in a request or send them a message. I cannot tell you where they are. That would be a breach of
absolutely
privacy,
understandable.
of course.
Yes, yeah. If you could send them a message, Jacob, and say that we are. Do we know Arrow's dad's name? I'm sure they've told us at some point, right?
I'm sure
I
they
don't
would have.
remember.
Arrow, what is your father's name?
I don't think Arrow's ever mentioned their name at any point. Because I haven't come up with their name.
Right? I know you haven't. I know you haven't.
Let me construct the message to Jacob first.
Sure.
While you do that.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I'm thinking about it. Arrow's definitely said it, and
Uh-huh.
Does fantasy name
so-
generator have Genasi names?
I'm sure they do.
First message to Jacob Hondan. If you could send it to his room, say that well, she'll probably be along shortly if Root has anything to say about it. So that his niece and her friends are
Okay.
here to see him.
Okay.
And then to the other person whose name I will give you in a minute, say that their child is here. Sorry, no, that a visiting chef would like their input on a recipe.
Okay. I'll get that.
I'm going
to-
through these names. Most of them suck, so I'm just like really.
It's just the name is on the sheet. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah. All right. He's this Goliath takes the notes, puts it, kind of folds it together, and says that they'll get a message later today. Is there anything? Are you how many of you are there? How many rooms do you need?
Do you have rooms with 2 beds or just single beds?
I have both.
Let me talk to my cohorts, and
Get
when they
back
all
to you.
come in here, we'll get back to you. Do you have plenty availability?
Of course. If you want your own spaces as well, we have rooms or that are sort of
Like
detached from the rest
villas?
of us. You could get one in the water as well if that's what you're looking for.
Can you tell me the name of this place again? This island?
The island? The
Yeah.
island doesn't have a name. It's
Oh,
Spider John's realm, is what we'll call it.
okay. Does this
Talon
resort
is
have
like
any-
kind of feeling the vibe of this place now that she's very excited that they've got 2 things like checked off. Now she feels like this is so exciting. I kind of like this place now. And
Uh-huh.
so she's like feeling the vibe. Oh, there's villas?
Yes, yeah. You
Oh,
can
but
go
I
into
couldn't
any
have a
restaurant if you want a reservation. Of course, there are many people, but if you want a reservation, just let one of the staff know, and we'll put it in for you. If you, all of the bars are open, all of the restaurants are as well. So if there's anything that you want or need, go ahead and just step in, and they'll give you what you want.
Okay.
Please look
And
it.
then the bartender at the beach said something about Spider John wanting to speak to new people.
Oh, I'm sure he will. He'll find you. He always
Okay.
does.
All right. Well, that's ominous.
Oh
I'm
no,
sure the rest
no,
of
he's
our
great.
friends-
He's not. No, he's great. He's really friendly and happy. He'll probably do a
Uh-huh.
performance later this afternoon.
What kind of
Elbows, Maxie.
performance?
Oh, he sings and plays this sort of weird instrument that has strings on it.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna have to find the Spider John and maybe do a collaboration. You've been very helpful. Thank you so much.
Of course.
We'll come back up to the desk when our friends arrive.
Yeah.
What's the over under on Spider John just being go again, but in like an alternate form?
Let's go
Hello, my
with-
friends.
The
Hello,
party
my
shop.
friends. It's just
Yeah.
me.
This is just his party island where
Yeah.
he plays MIDI DJs on the side.
Arrow, Calcus, you guys make your way. Actually, I would like you to roll a survival check to
Yeah,
see if
I
you
did.
make your way.
I did remember
Uh-huh.
Arrow's dad's name. By the
Uh-huh.
way, his name is Boyle. It's Boyle.
I hate you, but okay.
I have
What?
started a survival check. It's taking a while for
Uh-huh.
the die to roll.
I'll give you a heads up if you have to roll anything.
Yeah, let Alex know 10 minutes in advance.
Yeah.
Natural 2020.
Hey, yo!
Which is really cool because I got the special dice on D&D Beyond that make the whooshing noises, which is really
Ooh.
fun.
Okay, the die went away and it hasn't told me my result.
It's all right. The natural
Okay,
20.
there we go.
It
Arrow-
says 11 on there.
According to the chat on D&D Beyond, it says that Kulka's got an 11.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Arrow, Kalkus, you're really like. I feel like you'd be a little paranoid after that conversation with Root, and you're like, I really have to get this right. But Arrow, you kind of take the reins, and you're like, yeah, no, north is this way. If you said that's north, that's it. You know, we gotta go this way. Like, not necessarily like that tree is north, but that end of the island is. So if you take this path, and you guys make your way fairly quickly, Moxie and Talon, as you guys kind of turn around to stop talking to this, Goliath, you see Arrow and Kulkus walk into this grand. It's a very open room. The thatched roof is like probably 20 feet above your heads. It's a big old marble floor. Again, jungle theme. So you guys see your friends.
Do you want to tell them?
No, you
What's up?
can't.
So we have news.
Oh, you found Jacob? I asked a lot of people if they were Jacob, and none of them were Jacob.
Good job.
Well, we didn't find Jacob, but we did send him a message. I also sent a second message to your dad. Because
Why
this
would
is
you
Spider
do that?
because this is Spider John's resort. So my powers of deduction made me think that maybe your dad is in employment here. And I said that I left it vague. I said that a traveling chef would like his input on a recipe. So if you don't want to, we can just pretend that I'm a terrible chef and I will be the person who meets your dad. If you don't want to, I just wanted to like, because I figured it would take a while to get to him. So you can choose whether or not you cross this path, but I wanted to leave it as an option.
Yeah.
Because I think he works here.
Do I have to decide right now?
No, not at all. Do you want to get a villa with multiple rooms for us to all stay in tonight?
Sounds like a good idea. I'm gonna have to think about this. Have we decided whether we should eat or not yet?
I just want to do it. Unless it's got like charms on it that'll make us stay here and never leave. This like Hotel California situation. I don't know.
Do you think that's something that Spider-Man would do?
Possibly. I think I want to meet Spider John. Because apparently they find everybody and get kind of a vibe check off of Spider John.
I can't do it today, but I could check food for anything that could be wrong with it.
I mean, I was the one who said that we shouldn't, and I'm kind of all in at this point. I like the vibe of this place.
Are there any tourists around us, LB?
Sure.
Moxie goes to the nearest person's like, hi, I'm Moxie. Nice to meet you. I was just curious, how long have you been staying here?
You see before you a sort of ginger-haired satyr. They have like really poofy, curly hair, a silver belt around their waist. Their fur is a brown, red, and she, of course, has hooves. And she kind of turns to look at you and says, oh, I've been here about a week, maybe?
Oh, have you been here before this time?
No, it's my first time here. Is it your first time?
Yeah, it's our first time too. Anyways,
that's
nice to meet you. Thank you.
Of course. Make sure you try the swim up bar. I didn't think I would like it because I have these legs and it's very difficult to walk around in the water. But they have little seats under the water so that you can sit there and you don't float away.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
It's wonderful.
Nice tip.
Have a good vacation.
You too. Moxie
She
keeps
trots
asking
off.
people. She's looking for someone that like has gone left and then come back.
Okay, how long are you gonna spend doing this?
Moxie's gonna like at least 10 minutes talking to different people.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me. And I think at this point Alhena and Jenna have wandered back in. And Jenna starts talking to Argyle if they've seen anything, and then kind of talks to the rest of you like, So,
I got a dirty 20.
nasty. I like it. Yeah, Moxie, you start putting together, like, you talk to a couple different people. There's, like, literally every single race that you've seen. The last person you talk to, someone is a little bit sterling. As they're wearing a hood and they turn around, they have a very serpentine face. And you see them, like, their tongue kind of comes out as they speak to you. And you ask them how long they've been here. They say a couple days. And you ask if they've ever been here before. They say no. Anyone that you've asked, they haven't been here before. This is their first time, but they're all having a great time.
Okay, Moxie kind of turns the group like, you guys see, I've been talking to all these people, right? I haven't come across anybody who has left and come back. So maybe we should hold off on eating and drinking. I just feel like...
Now Talon's the disappointed one.
I will say that everyone you've talked to has only been here for a couple days, or like a couple days to a couple weeks. Everyone's kind of just been here.
I feel like this is...
Has anyone
something
seen
fishy.
anyone leave?
And then have we seen anybody check out in the time that we've been in the lobby?
In the 10 minutes you've been here, no one's checked out.
Damn.
And
What time
it's 4
is
in the
checkout?
afternoon.
What time is...
4. It's almost
What
5
time is
o'clock.
checkout?
You guys... It's probably in the morning.
Okay, we stand here for the next like 20 hours.
Yeah. As you guys are standing here, you hear sort of a boisterous voice enter the fray as you turn around and see an older human man. He's got gray hair. It's a little bit balding, but it's still got some good volume to it. He's got a gray beard. He's wearing a very colorful t-shirt, relaxed slacks that are kind of shorts. He's got flip-flops on, and he walks up and he says like, "Hello, Jane," and says to the Goliath, looks up at you guys, says, "Welcome. You guys are new to the island. I'm Spider John. I have many names though. You can call me Bubba. You can call me anything you like. But I'm just very excited to have you here and coming to my island and having a good time. We're all about the party here. So go ahead and grab a drink, grab a good food, and just relax, because that's what kind of we're all about."
Well, we thank you for your gracious welcome. I'll just go ahead and get the awkwardness out of the way now. We do have some concerns about we've been plane hopping quite a bit, and so we just want to get some reassurance that, we're safe here, that nothing is going to harm us or, delay our travels if and when we do need to leave.
Of course. No, I mean, this is an island paradise. It's what you need it to be.
I want to do a deception check.
Okay.
Or insight check on him.
Sure.
I got a 17.
I should have started rolling a
Sorry.
minute ago.
I'm not sorry. It's not my fault.
Ooh, that does not look good. Damn. It was almost on the 20, but no, that's landed on the 2 for a 7.
For a 7? What was the other one?
17.
He seems really honest and upfront. He seems just happy to have you guys here. He seems very laid back.
So I hear you're performing later. Do you need any accompaniment or?
Yes, what do you play?
Whatever, really. I can do a drum. I have a horn, pan flute, which is my personal favorite, violin.
Well, if you'd like, I can introduce you to the band.
Done.
Absolutely. I
Maybe
highly
not right
recommend
now.
you guys check out the restaurants and, of course, the drinks. My personal favorite's the margarita. But as it is, get yourself a cheeseburger, have a good lay on the beach, and if there's anything I can help you with, just let me know.
Do you have office hours, or are you just always around?
Oh, sweetheart, I'm not an office type person. I'll be around. If you need me, just call me out.
Have you
Leans
met a
over.
guy
Or
named
should we ask him about
Jacob?
Jacob, Jay?
No.
Y'all
Wait,
are so
do we speak it?
suspicious.
Do we speak? Do we speak a similar language that nobody else knows?
I only have Infernal.
Celestial, common, primordial.
I speak Celestial.
Okay. Celestial's just pig Latin, and that's what I just spoke
Yes.
to you.
Yeah. So I
Argos
say
is
no
like.
in Celestial, which yeah, Argos also speaks.
Mhm.
Yep. Same.
No,
Is Moxie the
we'll
only one
keep
here
that
who
one
doesn't
to the
speak
vest.
Celestial?
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't speak Celestial. Yeah, I think
I
I'm
will
gonna-
Burst into
translate
flame.
into Infernal for Moxie
Mhm.
quietly.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna see about how many rooms are in a villa.
Depends on how many you need. We have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, well, we'll talk to Jenna and see if she thinks everybody want to stay on the ship or if they'll want to get a villa
right.
as well. And we will see you later.
All right.
Bubba.
Enjoy your stay.
Felt so
You-
wrong.
He gives you a smile. He puts on a ball cap, sunglasses, and somebody walks by and hands him a margarita. He walks out. What?
Moxie's
What is
like,
it,
"I'm not-
Val?
Nothing.
What is
Nothing.
it?
Arrow looks down and says, "Oh, there's just a salt shaker laying here. Where did that come from? I wonder if you lost it. I'll just keep it. Get back to you later."
You gain 1 salt shaker. What are you
Moxie's
guys
still
doing now?
suspicious.
Huh?
Gonna go to the front desk and ask about, or talk to Jenna first.
Okay.
Hey, Jenna. So they
What's
have
up?
villas,
Right.
which would be like multiple rooms, probably a kitchenette type situation, in like this a common living area.
Right.
I'm gonna see how many rooms are in each villa.
Alright.
And then see, do you think the crew would want to stay on the island? Do you think some of them would? Some will stay on the boat?
I could send a message to them and see, but if you just handle what you're going to do, I'm going to keep looking. But I can talk to the crew and see if anybody wants to do a shore leave sort of thing here.
And I will, okay, let me know, and then I will figure out what I think I sent a message to Jacob because apparently he's staying here.
So he is here. Okay, good.
I think so, because when I went to the front desk, they didn't tell me where he was because privacy things, but they could send him a message that he would get later this day, like today.
All right.
So he knows that you're here because that's what I put in the message, that you and your friends were here. I didn't put any other information in there, just
Right.
figured
Okay.
I'd keep everything else close to the vest. And then I figured we'll just get rooms, and then I will tell the person to attach where we're staying with the message. So he'll know where we are
All right.
if we don't find him before that, because we didn't have much luck on the beach. Did you guys?
No, we didn't see him. I found a few interesting looking people. I actually saw when I was looking out on the outside of the where all the ships were. There was a really old ship that probably was from about 100 years ago, but I mean, it looked in great condition. So it must be a very rich people spot. So just double check the pricing before we get too far into things.
I'm not
okay?
staying here. I'm staying on the boat. I'm not
Okay.
staying in a villa.
All right.
Sounds fishy about that.
Let's keep looking, all right? If he's here,
Okay.
it's not, the island isn't that big. Well, we should be able to find him, right? And if we just keep asking, I mean, I just really excited to see him again. I was such a little person when he saw me last time. I can't imagine what they'll think of me now.
He'll be very proud of you, I'm sure. You're captain of your own ship, an adventurer like he was, and he's going to be excited to see you too.
Might also be surprised if he still thinks of you as just a little girl. He's like, what's my little girl niece doing way out here? And,
I hope not.
if time is weird here, like you said, there's a very old ship. And
Yeah, I guess I didn't think of that. But it's in between planes. It's not, I guess, I don't know. But we will be locked for as long as we need. So, well, as long as we're not here too long. So we'll be good. But he's He's an adventurer, right? He's knows what time locking is. Well, I guess it wasn't 30 years ago. Yeah, it's fine. We're going to find him, right? That's all that matters.
Yes. Okay, so how about instead of a villa, I'll get a suite. So
Okay.
we have like an area to congregate on the island if we need to, but we
Alright.
won't stay here since it seems like Moxie, you don't want to.
Nope. And while you guys have been talking, Moxie's still talking to people, asking if anybody's left and come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Seems there's not too many people like coming into this area because you kind of talked to everyone who's in here. It's the lobby, but also nobody's checking in right now, so because it's kind of late in the afternoon. But if you want to go explore more, you can definitely talk to more people.
All right, Talon will get a suite.
Okay.
Hoping for like a 2-bedroom suite or something, just in case
Sure.
people want to crash here,
Sure.
and then see what the pricing is on that.
Yeah, you ask about pricing, and Jane, who is this Goliath, says, what do you mean?
Like most times when you stay at an inn or you purchase the rights to stay in that room safely for the evening.
No, you just have to put something, I guess you have to give us something that you want back for the key.
Oh, like a
deposit.
Barter?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you give me something like a hairpin or something that's yours, that when you give me the key back, then I will give you the item back.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Talon.
I have to double check. Yeah, that's suspicious as hell to Talon. So she would be like, you know what? Let me check. We still haven't heard back from the crew about how many rooms we need, so let me make sure that's gonna be enough.
Okay.
And I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, just
She won't
something
be right
unique
back.
that you can pick out so I know to give it back to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Either
Moxie's
this
like-
is absolutely like super sinister, something weird's going on, or this is like perfect
best
day
place ever.
space communism, and we're just all so tainted by capitalism
So
that we
tainted by
can't
capitalism.
we can't believe that a place would operate like this.
Moxie's in hushed tones, like, as soon as you give them something of ours, we're like stuck here. I don't know why, but I think we can never leave. That's why Jacob's been here this whole time. There's something wrong about this place.
Yep. Talon is suspicious as soon as they don't want her money.
Like, thank you. Thank you. Talon,
Look,
you're
she
my
started
brain.
suspicious. She got sucked in by the vibe, and now she's suspicious again.
That's what I get you.
Okay, yep, I will be right back. We're gonna explore a little bit more. I'll let you know how many rooms we need in a little bit.
Okay, just let me know when you need to go to sleep.
Thank you.
You know, for a room.
You've been lovely, Jane.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Moxie wants to, like, we need to keep looking for Jacob, but Moxie's like paranoid as shit right now, and like staring at the beach, and anytime we can catch a glimpse, see if there's any boats leaving ever, if we ever see that.
Yeah. Okay. Moxie's keeping an eye out for that. For the rest of you, what are you doing?
Does anybody want to come with Talon as she peruses the resort?
Yeah.
Or do we all just want to go as a group to like check out the restaurants' menus because they're always like posted outside, or like look at the different bars?
Should probably stay
Check
together
out
at
the
this point
villas.
as
Yeah.
things get more suspicious.
Yeah. I think we should stick together.
Belby's like, how can I make you all trust this?
Look, every time I've thrown something suspicious at you guys, you're like, I hate this, and then it's fine. So
Yeah.
This could be different.
One of these days, you're gonna take our trust in you.
stab that
Stab
knife
it.
deep and twist it.
Yeah. The whole
yeah.
island is a mimic.
Yeah, so she's gonna like Talon will like be checking out the menus, but like peeking in to see if there's like if Jacob is at the like in any of the restaurants or restaurant bars or as we're
Sure.
exploring.
Yeah,
Moxie's
you guys.
talking to everybody.
Yeah, you guys start making your way around. Moxie, go ahead and make me an investigation roll, and the rest of you, Talon, give me an investigation roll as well.
I only got an 11.
19.
Okay, Moxie, as you're walking around and started talking to people, you start to notice some different, like, beings that are unique and interesting to you. And your, your brain kind of starts going into entrepreneur mode. Your, oh, my circus, that sort of thing. You meet one person, that seems to be wearing a mask when you start talking to them. Their voice is very modulated, and they have glowing eyes. And as you talk to them a bit more, and ask them more about themselves, they are what they describe as warforged. They are a living soul within a armor. They have no skin, no bones. They are just basically a suit of armor with inner workings that has a soul in it, and that is fascinating. And as you start to continue to talk to more and look at the people around you, you see a being that has sort of half of their face is completely white, and as you see them talk, this white line shifts over their face, and the lack of pigmentation turns to basically they're changing their face as they're speaking, and they're changing their appearance from a strong jawline to a more feminine line to a blue eyes to green eyes, and they're just casually being themselves in this area. And this you kind of are in there's a pool, there's a bar, there's a swim up bar, but all of these people are so different and unique from what you're used to. You get a little bit wrapped up in that and finding out about them, that you kind of get a little bit off track.
Okay.
But Talon, as you are looking around, trying to figure things out, you see a human in the pool with sunglasses on. They have a pronounced elongated jawline, a very proud beard. They're shirtless, with swim trunks on, the dark hair. You assume this to be Jacob Pondon, sitting at the swim up bar, talking it up with an Aarakocra behind the bar. And that's where we're going to end for the night, because we're almost out of time anyways. And thank you guys for playing with me. Thanks for hanging out and being suspicious and being wonderful. I appreciate it. Let's go around and have everyone tell these lovely folks where they can find you and what you do. Starting with Val.
Oh, it's me first again. Hi, everyone. I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown, lurking around the internet. Like I said at the top, I'm over on GGK most nights, Thursdays through Mondays. I run a game of Dragon Age, the Dragon Age tabletop role-playing game on that channel called Red Jenny, and we're playing tomorrow. So you can come join us for that at 8 o'clock Eastern time on twitch.tv/G Game Nights. So that's it.
I'm Tanya. You can find me at Tanya Rolling Places. I'll be at the Comedy Project in February, date TBD. Or look at my weird podcast, Spider Facts with Billy. There's a new episode out now, and it's also weird. And that's all I got. Good night.
Hi, I'm Rachel Elizabeth. I stream D&D on the internet with my friends, or I play in games run by my friends on the internet 3 times a week. I am here on Sundays. I am on Nerd Merchant's YouTube channel on Thursdays, and I am on GGK on Saturday afternoons. And you can find that schedule pinned to my Twitter at Rachel is Mess with a Z in the middle instead of an S.
And I'm Alex. I'm OMG at some guy on the internet, mostly on GGK Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the Shenanigans here's on Sundays.
And I'm LB Hackemup. You can find me at LB Hackemup on all the beautiful places online that I am at, even Instagram, because I'm doing that. I like taking pictures of my cats, that's all. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. The next time I'm going to be live is tomorrow night on Indoor Adventures channel. We are back with our 4 Keeps adventures. And then on Tuesday on GGK, we'll be doing our Escape Velocity, where I'll get to play my spooky space lady, who's totally not sarcastic at all. And the next time this channel is going to be live is on Thursday. We are doing our Themeless Thursdays. And then on Friday, Lauren and I will be back with We Were Here Forever, which we are very much enjoying. I love a puzzle game, and we're having a lot of fun with that. And then we'll be back here on Sunday for more Playthings of the Gods, hopefully with a full cast, where we will find out what's going on with Jacob, because boy, does he not look any different than his paintings. That, of course, the adventuring party that saved the world has paintings of. But until next time, I check out all of our stuff. Keep an eye out for that Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my players for hanging out and dealing with all of my bullshit that I put out in these videos and on these streams. And I guess until next time, I'm LB Hackemup. Hack recklessly. Bye!